Thousands of years ago, in the pristine forests of ancient India, the sage Valmiki was a man driven by a singular inquiry. He was a studious thinker, searching for a human being who embodied absolute character. He put his question to the divine sage Narada, an expert in the scriptures. Valmiki asked if any man in the present world was a composite of every merit, principled, capable, and entirely free from jealousy. Narada's answer was immediate. He identified a prince named Rama as the man who possessed these godly qualities, providing Valmiki with a detailed outline of his virtuous nature. Valmiki now possessed the biographical data of a perfect life, yet he remained a thoughtful thinker. He had the facts, but he was still searching for the way to tell them. In the Vedic tradition, knowledge is more than just mechanical recitation. Valmiki understood that to move beyond rote learning, he needed a way to translate these historical events into something that could resonate across generations. That medium was discovered on the banks of the river Tamasa. Valmiki watched a pair of cranes standing by the water, a scene of natural serenity. This peace was shattered when a hunter arrived. He struck down the male bird, leaving the female to wail in piteous lamentation over her mate. Valmiki's reaction was visceral. Moved by the bird's sudden separation, an unintentional utterance spilled from his lips, a curse directed at the hunter. But this was not standard speech. It emerged as a verse rich in grammar and a rhythmic meter that had never been heard before. In Sanskrit, the word for grief is Shloka, and from that grief, the poetic Shloka was born. The epic Valmiki wanted to write was at its core a story of separation and loss. By feeling the bird's sorrow as his own, he had found the frequency required to sustain a narrative of that magnitude. Shortly after, Lord Brahma, the creator, appeared to Valmiki. He did not come to offer a blessing, but to issue a mandate. Valmiki must author the legend of Rama using this new poetic meter. Brahma's reasoning was tied to the nature of the story itself. While the Ramayana is a chronicle of youthful majesties, it is also a story defined by deep suffering. Recording the misadventures of demons and the plight of Sita during her abduction requires an author who can translate moments of despair into the text. The eventual war and the fall of Ravana needed a narrator who could balance a hero's victory with the heavy weight of its consequences. Brahma had provided the authorial perspective the epic required. He had shown Valmiki how to turn human sorrow into the foundation for divine poetry. Valmiki sat on a sacred grass mat and used his yogic insight to search the narrative. He visualized Rama's entire life, seeing the past with the clarity of an object resting in his own palm. He organized the composition into 24,000 verses. These were arranged into 6 books and 600 individual chapters. The structure was based on the 24 letters of the Gayatri hymn. Valmiki arranged 1,000 verses under each letter. This precision ensured every word in the epic was founded in truth, turning the poem into a flawless record of virtue. Valmiki sought those who could carry this ballad to the world. He found his students in the young princes Lava and Kusha at his hermitage. Because the boys had melodious voices, the sage had them memorize the entire work. The epic reinforced the teachings of the Vedas through song. This work became known as the Adi Kavya, the first poem. It was said that the legend would flourish as long as the mountains and rivers remained on the surface of the earth. The Ramayana has endured not simply because of its hero, but because of how it was built. Valmiki, guided by Brahma, created a bridge between human empathy and divine architecture, telling the first true story of humanity.